Alnwick, the great border stronghold of the Percy family, has been altered, repaired, and extended so many times through the centuries that it now presents a bewildering variety of architectural styles. The first of the major changes was made in 1301 when Henry Percy bought the castle from the Bishop of Durham, who had held it in trust for the de Vichys, the last of whom was to die at Bannockburn 5 years later. Between 1309 and 1440, the Percys added several semicircular towers, a barbican, 2 octagonal towers, and an impressive gateway, thereby considerably improving upon the basic Norman shell. Built originally, as were so many of the Northumberland castles and fortresses, to restrain the unruly Scots, Alnwick has had to withstand the effect of siege, the most notable occasion being 1405, when the castle was taken by Henry IV after the Percys rose up in the rebellion well chronicled by Shakespeare. However, the Percy fortunes fell into decline with their adherence into the Lancastrian cause during the War of the Roses and their strong Catholic faith during the unrest of the Reformation. In fact, their influence had waned to such an extent that by 1750, when the estates were inherited by the first Duke of Northumberland, Alnwick was scarcely more than a neglected ruin. Displaying admirable imagination, the Duke sent for the renowned architect Robert Adam. Adam, undaunted by the complexity of his task, enthusiastically set about the castle's renovation, and by 1766, the once decaying pile was transformed into a magnificent ducal residence. Further work was not carried out until the middle of the 19th century, when the Prudhoe Tower and the chapel were added. The castle contains an armory, a museum, and a priceless collection of paintings, including examples by Titian, Van Dyck, and Canaletto. Alnwick is situated just off the main A1 road, some 30 miles north of Newcastle on Tyne. The keep and one of the octagonal towers constructed during the extensive rebuilding undertaken by the second Lord Percy in the mid-14th century and considered as one of the castle's most impressive features. Although Alnwick Castle today stands as a magnificent ducal residence, its sturdy outer walls, flanked by 16 towers, and its strong strategic position act as reminders of the important role it once played as a stronghold in the many border clashes of the 14th and 15th centuries. The castle interior at Alnwick forms a fascinating mixture of marvelous design intertwined with reminders of the important role of the Percy family had played in British history. Percy's wallet, used to bring news from the Battle of Waterloo. The splendid interior is a masterpiece of design and includes many famous works of art. The guard chamber, shown here, forms a vestibule to the staterooms of the castle and shows the characteristic octagonal design of many of the ceilings in the castle. The state coach, built to the order of the third Duke, dates from 1825 and was first used at the coronation of Charles X of France. The exterior of the keep, showing the semicircular towers and the crouching figures on the battlements, thought to have been added in 1765. The cannon in the foreground is one of many on display at Alnwick, some used by the Percy Artillery Volunteers, some captured at the Battle of Vimiero in 1808, and some part of the original armament of the castle. Well, that's it for our first episode for castles. So if you want to get in touch or comment below, let us know if you like this series and if you want to see more castles previewed in the future. Until then, many blessings from Mystic Ashram signing off.